What's happening, people? Back in the kitchen again. I am cooking again. No, let me rephrase that. I am attempting to cook again. I know that I'm rubbish at cooking steaks, but yesterday I ate that steak, so I found it okay. So the peppercorn sauce was obviously on another level, but each person has the steak different. For me, that was okay. It was fine for me. I always get hate when I cook steaks because I don't do it that often, but it is what it is. Gonna go back to a simpler recipe today. I'm gonna cook a pork and cheesy mash pie. Now, on some of these recipes, this one's from the family section of the HelloFresh website, and on some of these recipes where it says custom recipe, also says it on the website, you can swap items and add items and take away items. So I've doubled up on protein, that was the option there. So as well as pork mince in this pork and cheesy mash pie, I've also got beef mince. So we're going to be doubling up on that protein. Plenty of mince in this. I was intending, because obviously my girls don't like cheese. Although my daughter likes pizza, she just doesn't like cheese. She's got no interest in having cheesy mash, she said. And my missus don't like cheese at all. So I'm going to make two. So hopefully there'll be enough from this to make two of these. One with cheese and mash and one without cheese and mash. And also, it does say with tender stem broccoli, however the picture shows green beans. And the reason for that is there's a little update there on the idiot's guide. It's not called an idiot's guide, on the recipe card. I've just used it because an idiot can use it. That's me. It says, due to quality issues with the green beans, you'll instead receive tender stem broccoli. As that's why the photos are different. It'll still be just as delicious. We don't like broccoli. I don't like broccoli. So I have given the broccoli to my parents with the other two steaks from yesterday's video. So they'll have broccoli alongside their lyonnaise potatoes and steak and peppercorn sauce. If you haven't seen that one, I'll link that at the end because it's how good one is that. So I'm just going to make the pie today. I'm not going to bother with the broccoli because it's gone. Because we don't like it. So, if you like the look of this recipe or any of the recipes on the HelloFresh website, you can click this QR code here or the link in the description or the pinned comment, and you'll get 60% off your first box and 25% off for your following 2 months. So, here we go. Let's get cooking. I got to peel some potatoes. That's the worst part of home cooking, peeling potatoes. It says peel if you prefer. She'll definitely want me to peel. I'm thinking about Mrs. Deano. She won't like skin on in the mashed potato. Right, I'll peel and I'll bring you guys back when it gets to the step 2 when we're frying that mince. So we've got the spuds, we've got the garlic, we've got onions, we've got the cheese and the tomato puree, the mixed herbs, the red wine concentrate, and the beef mince and the pork mince. Because, like I said there, you can actually double up on these custom recipes. So you can upgrade, double up on protein. So that's what I did. So I added that beef mince to this. So beef mince so we've got a bit of a mixture of meat there, beef and pork. So it is a beef and pork cheesy mash pie. But I might just save half of the mince. Oh, we'll see. Okay, so the spuds are on there, cooking away nicely. Let's turn that up slightly actually. I have diced the onion and grated the garlic there, and it's now time to put some oil in the pan. I'm not putting much in because it looks like this pork mince is quite fatty. And then we've got to get these two in there. I'm going to start with the pork mince. Like I say, it does look a little bit fattier, as you'd expect from pork to beef. So I'll get this both in at the same time. Why not? So the onions have gone in now. It's about halfway through. Nearly getting there now. And then you add the garlic at the end for 1 minute when all this is cooked. So I'll bring you back when it's all cooked. Okay, so it's time to add the garlic. So let's get that garlic in there. Give that a mix up for 1 minute, and then we've got to get rid of the excess fat, which there is plenty in the bottom of this pan. So, and we're going to make the sauce by all accounts. So I'm actually going to swap the frying pan over for a deeper pan when I make this sauce, because that frying pan is just not big enough for all this. So I'm going to make that sauce now. So we've got 150ml of water for the sauce, tomato puree, red wine paste and mixed herbs. So we can skip step 5 because we're not making the broccoli. So it's time to assemble the pie. So it says, just obviously you mash your potato. It's like just like a cottage pie. You mash the potato and then put it over the top of this mince, which is looking and smelling unbelievable. Now, like I said before, my missus will not eat cheese, so I have separated the mash. I'll show you here. I separated the mash into 2 portions because I'm going to make 2. I'm going to make 2 pies. So one is going to have the cheesy mash on and one's going to have the standard mash on, so that she can have some. So that's what I'm going to do now, and then we'll be serving it. Let's go. So I've got to mash the non-cheesy one first, because I've only got one masher. We don't want it contaminated with cheese. Right, onto the cheesy one now. So Mrs. Deano's is there with no cheese on, so it's like a cottage pie really, isn't it? And now I'll make as per the recipe. There's going to be some pasta left. There's going to be some sauce left. Okay, so now with mine, we've got cheesy mash. Ooh. So let's see if we can spread this out on there. Cheesy mash is a little bit stickier. However, we're also putting extra cheese on the top. You can't beat it, can you? But I did misread that. So the cheese that's going on the top, I'm going to have to get out of my own stash. Because I put all the cheese in the mashed potato, which you wasn't supposed to do apparently. Supposed to save some for the top. Oh well, super cheesy. That'll do for me anyway. Like I say, it's going to have to come out of my own stash because I used all the cheese in the cheesy mash. So that's got to go in the oven now for 15 to 20 minutes or until golden. So I'll bring you back when it's done. There we go, fresh out of the oven. That is Mrs. Deano's with no cheese. That orange in and around the edges is just the tomato sauce. And this is mine, which has got the cheese on, and you can see the brownness on that, where it's crisped up. Let's get into this and have a taste. So there's going to be a couple of portions for each of us here, if not more. You can see that cheese of mine. Wow. Let's give it a taste. It's absolutely roasting, but it's one of them where I don't want to wait because it smells unbelievable. Look at this. The crispy cheese on the outside. Oh. Does blowing it do anything? Wow. delicious. It is quite similar to the cottage pie I did last week, but like I've said in previous videos, cheese makes everything better, and this cheesy mash, cheesy topped, makes this better. Wow, it's another win for me. I'm a big fan of that. It elevates your normal standard like cottage pie, shepherd's pie to another level. I know I ain't got the veg on it, I'm not bothered. However, if you're into all that fresh cooking, don't forget, you can use the QR code that I put here, or the links in the description. You get 60% off your first order and 25% off your next 2 months plus free gifts. So yeah, that is another decent one from the HelloFresh. This is one from the family range. Check out their website and have a look at some of the menus for the next few weeks. See if you want to give it a go. With the 60% off, I think per portion you can get these meals for about £1.50 per meal, which is not too bad. If you're trying, for me, the fact that you get exactly what you need for the recipe, you don't have to be measuring it out or doing all that faffing about, all the prep work. It saves you time, convenience, delivered to the door. It's happy days. Smashing for me. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again for another food review. Did somebody say just... What's happening, people? Back in the kitchen again. Hope you're all fantastic. Thanks for watching. Would be special. Wouldn't buy that.